Good morning and welcome to the end of stage number 2 of the 5th round of this year's European Rally Championship. It's the Azores Rally, 55th running of the Azores Rally. And we are here. We're still waiting for our leading cars to come through the first stage. No one has come, well, when I say no one has come through, none of our, what you would suspect is our leading contender. So once I get updates on my phone and results, I will give you that. But the weather conditions here are not too bad. Well, the fog's just coming in a bit now, to be fair. It's quite sunny over to the left-hand side of the stage towards the ocean, but this fog is just starting to come in. We've had a little bit of rain as well coming in, but it's not too bad. It's warm. It is warm, which is interesting. But stage number 1 is over in that direction. Chris Rawls is at the end of stage number 1, and stage number 1 is basically full rain and full wet. And when you look at the pictures from it, it's quite treacherous, but we're at the end of the second stage, Tronqueira stage. We've been here many times before. It's normally the end of the rally stage, the final stage of the rally, and we've seen Bruno Magalhães, Ricardo Moore, Alexi, looking at people like that who have been crowned the winners of this illustrious rally. So it will be interesting to see what happens and what goes on in here. But as I said, we're still waiting for some news from the first stage of the rally. Remember, the road order was given yesterday, and the first 23 cars, all the four-wheel drive cars, Rally 1 cars, could pick their road position, but it was 23 of them. And your likes of Mikkelsen and Lukkenuk and those guys, they basically picked 18th, 19th on the road. So we are going to be on air for an awful long time whilst we wait for cars to come through. And if stage 1 is anything to do by, some cars were split by a minute, if not more, just with lots of drama. We're getting a few messages in as well for just what's been going on so far here. Just a little bit of news coming in. Pedro Tunes has stopped in stage 1 with a broken transmission. Ola Noor didn't start this morning, and the co-driver's not very well, so a couple of cars already missing. Raquel Somaschini in stage 1, she has had some wiper problems. Basically, they're not working, and it's here right now. That won't be a problem. But over there, where she's been trying to negotiate stage 1, has caused her a real headache and a massive lack of vision. So that is... We're missing also somewhere in stage 1, Roberto Rodriguez. He's our leader in the Azorean Championship at the moment. And for those who, as well as we've got the European Rally Championship here, the Azorean Championship points are giving out for today, day 1 of the rally. And then obviously if they want to continue tomorrow, they will. So just getting lots of information in, just trying to watch what is going on as well in and around the stages, just trying to find out some information from the previous stage whilst we wait for this stage to go live. But it's, in theory, that side of the island is quite wet and windy. This side of the island, it's quite warm. It's strangely warm. But I can just now see, just going across the front of my face, I can see some rain coming in. And when I've now just looked behind me, this is not looking so great. Just getting some news in that Neil Solons has crashed also in the first stage. Just hearing Danny Sordo at the end of stage 1. Sordo reporting Neil Solons is off the road in that stage. So a little bit of news coming there. But it's a crisscrossy stage. There's lots of difficult things. It was interesting in the press conference, Alexi Lukkenuk saying that when they recce this stage, we've had beautiful weather on Monday, well, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. And then today it's not particularly brilliant, but it was quite interesting listening to Lukkenuk saying from the recce that he'd never seen more than about 20 or 30 metres of the Tronqueira stage in all the times that he'd done it. So he was quite happy to see that, but obviously right now that is not going to be of much use, because now it is just starting to rain. It's beautiful sunshine, but with rain as well. So it is really kind of mixed, and that rain, as you can see, the clouds just blowing across, and yeah, not good. And I'm not sure. Hopefully our helicopter might be able to manage to get some shots, but it is going to be very, very difficult as we kind of watch what is going on, and we're just getting some shots through from stage 1 with the likes of Mikko Marcek and Mikkelsen and people like that who are still to complete that stage. So, but I came out dressed for a dry setup, and I might need to go get my coat. And my tablet that I've been put out is now getting soaking wet in the rain, so I might have to put that away as well and just watch it on my phone. But let's see. But yeah, obviously the cars, our leading drivers, our leading cars are in the first stage at the moment. So just watching the weather come in behind me, it's quite difficult. Just getting so just see what is going on. Just checking some settings on my kit. So I think now the kit might be working a little bit better now. I'm not really sure. But yeah, so let's just see what is going on. So as it starts to... Oh, rainbow. Rainbow behind us, Chris. There we go. Let's get a picture of the rainbow. And let's just get a picture of the rainbow. And got a rainbow. I was going to walk a bit further down and take a picture of that rainbow. That's quite good. He's got a bigger zoom than I have. So I quite like that rain. I'm going to take a picture. Can I go and take a picture while I wait for some cars to come? So, yeah. Okay. Right, I'll just turn my radio down then, and hopefully you can still hear me. So... But just listening into Lukanook at the end of the stage, and yeah, just listening to Lukanook at the end of the stage. I'm coming back now. I'm talking to the camera at the same time. So yeah, nice rainbow. I'm going to try and send that picture through in amongst everything else that we are trying to do at the end of the stage. Hopefully Mikkelsen now just at the end of the first stage, just trying to get some... I'll get this picture sent off to our social media whilst the sun's out now. Unbelievable weather, brilliant weather, love it. So we're just having a quick look. Helicopter is up, but I got a feeling it'll just be up. Okay, so hearing Herzig has stopped in the first stage as well. Herzig has stopped in the first stage. It looks like he's beached, looks like he's stuck, trying to get himself going again. Rodriguez has a broken drive shaft. Neil Solons has crashed, like we said before. Just trying to get a more up-to-date picture. Just watching that sun is really, really hot. Wow, it is really, really hot. So, as watching some cars on our screen through stage 1, just to get some other pictures of what is happening in and around what is going on. Remember, we're still trying to get some updates from the... I'm just checking just one little thing. So yeah, it's just trying to tell you where those pictures are coming from. So Azores Rally TV is where the pictures are coming from the first stage, and we will just drop in and out of their footage as well during our stage. So just Mikko Marcek now at the end of that previous stage, just for your information. So but plenty of drama. I'm going to read through it all, just so you've got a bit of an idea. So Neil Solons is out. He crashed very, very early on in Rome as well. That probably potentially was the first proper stage, not stage 1, because that was in the town. But Rodriguez, broken drive shaft. Rodriguez obviously leading the Azorian Championship. Herzig has gone off. Herzig's had 2 really, really good rally previously. I mean, on the podium on that final stage. So... But we just wait for some more news. As I said, Antunes is through. So stage should be on time. Lots of drama, as we're hearing in that first stage this morning. So just going to get the pictures up from Igor Voldic is in stage 1, going through in the Rally 3 Ford Fiesta. And then we'll have some, after him, there'll be some cars that didn't start the qualifying stage. And then our, well, remaining 2 ERC3 cars, because Ola Nor has not started. So just waiting for some times from the first stage this morning, just to give you a bit of an idea of what is happening. I'm sure I've just heard that Ricardo Mora is still the quickest. 5.9 seconds later, it's Andreas Mikkelsen. Eric Sainz is third, massively disappointed with his performance in the first stage, but third quickest. Efren Lorena, Danny Sordo, Bernardo is sixth, Luis Rigo 7th, Scandler in 8th, Benito Guerra 9th. First time we've seen Benito Guerra in the European Rally Championship. Alexei Lukyanuk is 12th, fastest at the minute. A minute and 48 seconds away from the fastest time of Ricardo Mora. This has been turned on its head with the visibility and the tricky conditions. Quite incredible, I have to say. Quite amazing how big the gaps are. Just waiting to see who else might be able to go through that stage at the end. But it's all relatively close. So like Sordo in 5th quickest, he's only 15.7 away. Bernardo 18.5 away in 6th. 25 for Luis Rigo. I mean, I'm just trying to see what Lukyanuk... Lukyanuk had a puncture. Sorry, I missed that interview. Lukyanuk had a puncture in the first stage. I missed that. Apologies for that one. So yeah, big problem for Lukyanuk in there. Stopped to change it in there. So it was really difficult. The car and the stage in there. So it'll be just interesting to see what is going on there. But yeah, we are live on Facebook at the end of stage 2. If you're just listening in there, a helicopter circling around above us, because I don't think the helicopter can really go much. Many other distances. I'm just not sure how delayed my footage is that I'm watching. But I'm going to just check the other thing. Just watching. See if this is any less delayed, but let's see. And I want to get onto YouTube or Facebook, and we just go onto here and watch it out on my phone and see how delayed this one is. But okay, Miko Marchek just clearing the first, so someone's missing in action according to Chris Rawls. I just need to see who that is. Quite complicated doing so Chris is unaware of Herzig being stopped. So Herzig being stopped in there. We've already announced that. Miko Marchek is through. Miko Marchek is the last, I would say, of our leading contenders to come through the first stage of the to come through that stage. So we're just waiting for some information. But it's got its own kind of like microclimate as the Azores, and the sporting cars are coming through, like you can see Sporting Delegate. There's another FIA Sporting Delegate. 000, 00. I mean, we're hearing the stage hasn't been delayed, which is great news. But let's just have a look. So stage direction. I'm standing stage direction to the right, which is where they are coming from. Over that way, I'm not sure if you're seeing me on the screen, but over that way, it's thick fog. The final kilometre of the stage is behind us, and then to the left, where they don't go at all. Is beautifully clear. So it is very difficult, and we've been seeing some massive stage time differences. Obviously the Lukyanuk one was through having a puncture. That's why he had a situation that he had there. So Lukyanuk stopping to change that, the two Alexis in that car. But I'm just going to get out the results now that Marchek is through. Let's get out the results of what is going on the results board as we wait for some more cars to go. So Mikko Marcek is through. So Ricardo Mora is out front after the first stage. This situation obviously caused by the drivers picking way down the running order. Yesterday, Andreas Mikkelsen is second quickest by 5.9 seconds. Eric Seis is third quickest, followed by Efren Lorena. Then Danny Sordo in fifth. Sixth is Marcek, he's just completed that stage. Bernardo is in seventh. Luis Rigo is in eighth. Then it is Scandler in ninth and Benito Guerra. But I think virtually everybody has a story to tell. And my glasses are steaming up, which is not ideal because I can't read anything without them, and then I can't see anything with them. So I might have to change the mask and use a different mask. But just waiting. So we just get some more times up just there, waiting for like your ERC2 competitors to go through. Now 1,000,001 messages coming in, everybody trying to probably tell me what to do and how to do it, but just waiting for okay, we have cars right, okay, right, just checking what is going on. Let's just get some pictures up. That is pictures of basically grey weather and things like that. We're still showing some pictures from the first stage. I see the likes of Bassas and JB Franceschi who are fighting it out for ERC3. They are still in the first stage, remember. And as the rest of the cars come towards us, and that mist and fog, it was raining just a little bit before. That's now stopped. But the mist is coming in quite badly. And yeah. It's got its own microclimate as I just have a look around, just see, and that looks like a car is stopped, but I can't work out which car is car 24. I think that is. If that's live, Feofanov has stopped in the stage. I'm just getting. Obviously, I'm slightly delayed, so just bear with me. But looks like. Feofanov has stopped in the stage because I know he's cleared. So Feofanov is nosed in to the embankment. Spectators are trying to get him going again. So a little spin for Dimitri in the stage. That's stage number 2. Remember, plenty of drama going on all around in stage number 1 as well. So it's just lots of drama and stories and news that is happening out there at the minute. So plenty going on, but he's got himself going again, which is the most important thing. So hopefully not losing too much time, which is exactly what we want. But yeah, if you're just wondering why we're seeing the likes of Dmitry Feofanov, Rakeli Someschini and people like that first, it was yesterday a slight amendment and a change to the regulations. Was they were allowed to well, they got a dispensation to change the regulation of road picking, which is exactly what they did, and it enables 23 cars to pick their road position. And your likes of Feofanov spun in the qualifying stage, so unfortunately for him, he was left with really nowhere to go but first on the road, and finding these difficult conditions for him, which is not the easiest thing in the world. It really isn't. So, but yeah, just seeing what is happening there. The car is going very, very slowly. I'm not really sure what is wrong, but in the Tronqueira stage now, Feofanov going very, very slowly. So, yeah, a bit of drama still in this stage, but we'll just try and catch up on that. I'm just going to give you some stage times of what is happening, just some latest news to see if any people have come through. So it was Pardo and Vignez who was quickest through in the first stage in ERC2. Not really sure why Feofanov isn't popping up on that so actually Feofanov was second quickest in the stage, so he is 37 seconds away from Pardo, who's had a really good run through in ERC2. So a good little battle going on, and just struggling to see the screen in the light, but yeah, as I said, Ricardo Moura heads, the Portuguese Azorean multiple champion, only done one rally so far this season due to business commitments, but he won it, so a great strike rate. And after one stage, when he comes into the stage in here, he is leading the Azores Rally, a winner a few years ago, actually at this stop line. The range just starting to come back again at the stop line. I mean, it's very, very minimal. It is really very minimal. I'm not going to worry too much about it, but I just suspect that weather is coming more and more and more. I'm getting told there's going to be a car coming. I'm not really sure about that. Now, where did my stone? I'm going to get that stone quickly, just in case we're on a downhill stop line. I've got a massive stone like Chris Rawls had at the end of the previous stage. They won't be going over that very fast, will they? So now it's starting to rain a bit more at the end of the stage. So we just helicopter is up and about. Helicopter's really restricted to where it can go, massively restricted to where it can go, and the one above me, I believe, is the safety helicopter and not the filming one, because the filming one is further into the stage, as we can see on the Bruno Amaral to Dimitri Feofanov. The hazard lights are flashing on it, so hazard lights are flashing on it. We'll get a quick word. I think there's a little bit of damage on the other side, but I can't really go very far at all from here. We'll get a quick word with him. Dimitri, amazing conditions. What was it like out there?
It was a good start, I guess, for the stage. I like that twisty part, even it was very sleepy, but like 3 kilometers before the finish we lost power. Now we should understand why. I don't know. So not good for us.
Also, we saw there was a little spin as well for you.
The exhaust? Exhaust is blocked. Very dangerous.
Huh?
Stop immediately.
You had a spin as well.
Okay.
Sorry?
You had a spin as well.
I don't really, sorry.
You had a spin as well, I hear.
Yes, but it's not, you know, nothing special. Okay, for these conditions, the spin is not something you do not expect. But okay, we now try to understand what's going on.
Okay, well, we're hearing just from the Pirelli guys that the exhaust is all bent. So a little bit of damage on the back of the car. Let's see. We have to go quite low down. So that's why he's lost power, because the exhaust is completely squashed. You heard it as he and that's obviously the spin, I would say, has caused that issue for sure. The spin has caused that issue when he's gone backwards into the bank. That just has stopped it completely. I just sent a picture of the rear end of Dimitri Feofanov's car to the social media team, but I'm just trying to see. Feofanov has just stopped just down the road there, and he's just around the corner. I can hear a car behind us, so potentially we'll have somebody else. And to be fair, it is a real kind of like lucky dip to who's coming, because such are the conditions out here. Chris Rawls at the end of the first stage was phenomenal. The cars coming in different orders, cars coming really quickly, really slowly. So very, 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 very demanding conditions. They should be, but it's not. It should have been Rakedis Tomaskini, but we know she has got a wiper problem. But Bruno is in, and Bruno using this car Luis Rigo used to drive. But Bruno is here. We'll get a quick word with him. Bruno, obviously difficult stage. How was it?
É especial, está muito difícil, tem muita lama, não há trajetórias, vai ser difícil, é especial.
Thank you very much. That's Bruno just trying to get a picture of Bruno's car, just covered in dirt. So, but yeah, it's just leaving now. Fiafanov just over the other side of the stage. Restaurant owner as well is Bruno. Some times up on the board. We got our timing board underneath the tent, which is great. But I think it's a 22:16 for Fiafanov and a 20:52 for Bruno Amaral. As Montero, that damage is probably from the first stage, because I'm sure he was going around in the first stage. A little bit of door damage there, window on the side all misted up. But he said yesterday in the road picking, I want it to rain. I'm not sure right now whether that was what he really wanted, but let's have a listen. Alonso, you were saying yesterday in the road picking you wanted the rain. It's come. Are you happy?
I'm happy. If my windshield can work. Other windshield do not work. Can you imagine? Oh my God. Imagine to do this stage without windshield. Unbelievable. It works, don't works, it works, don't works. It's tough. But I'm happy.
And some words in Portuguese, please.
A primeira especial não correu muito bem, tivemos uma saída de estrada. A segunda correu melhor, mas estamos a fazer especial e o limpa-para-brisas às vezes trabalha, outras vezes não trabalha, por isso estamos com algumas dificuldades. Obrigado.
Thank you very much. And yes, no wipers working. So Somaschini's got that problem as well. Look at the colour of the cars behind us. The back of the cars, it's just quite incredible. So I'm just going to move that out of the way. I'm just going to see if Fiafanov, no, he's left. Dmitry Fiafanov has, he's gone a bit further down. Yeah, I don't think he's got very far at all. The fog and the mist is coming in more and more and more. Really badly. Just a little update for you on that. So just trying to keep right, who is it who's coming in? It's another Skoda. It's Luis Villarino. Can virtually see nothing out of my glasses because of the misting up, which is nothing compared to what the drivers, I think, are having to encounter. But if I would change my mask, I think potentially might make it a bit easier. 2047 for Montero. 2047 for Montero. Lewis, 2 stages down. What was it like?
Well, I don't know what to say because it's very difficult. It's slowly, and if I go slowly, the car is right left. I can't brake. I don't know to drive this special so complicated. I don't still prepared for this rally, but I need to finish the rally. My copy that is the fucking hell.
Yeah, well, we won't go there. Next car's already here. So, and he's talking to Michelin now. Got 2 fingers up. Like that could be for various reasons. It's been a tough one for Lewis in the 15 car. His time at 20:04.3. Montero still the quickest through. As the 18 Skoda is in. Rafael is here. Let's just get a quick ride. Rafael, obviously a difficult morning, but what's it like out there?
Yeah, Richard told me that you said here is sunny, but it's not sunny.
It was half an hour ago.
Yeah, unfortunately the weather is going bad. Lots of raining at the first stage. This one was very, very slippery. In the middle of the stage, I thought I have a puncture or something else because the car is always sliding a lot. But when I watch carefully to the road is not lines on the road because we are on the first group, so we are cleaning the road. The stage is better. the field was not very good, but okay, you are here. Two difficult stages to start this rally, but so far so good.
And some words in Portuguese?
Portanto, os graminhais estava bastante escorregadio, aqui está um bocadinho pior ainda, na zona da mata estava mesmo mau, estava a escorregar bastante, mas pronto, foi um troço bastante complicado, está feito e agora é ir para São Brás.
Thank you very much. Yeah, well Chris Rawls did tell him that it was sunny here, which it was 30 minutes ago when he asked what the conditions were like at this stage. It was sunny 30 minutes ago. It's just not sunny now, but it's a great stage time. Second in the Azorean Championship at the moment. 19 minutes, 18.4. 19 minutes, 18.4 is the stage time. As Luis Villarino just gets himself sorted, takes his overalls down, puts his crash helmet away. Yeah, quite stressed. I think Luis was, but also his co-driver Jose. Some expletives from him, so apologies for his language there. Just a little bit of a gap, just waiting now. I'm not really sure who will be coming. It should be Johan Viñes, but I did notice in the first stage, Viñes driving with the hazard lights on in the first stage. So I'm not sure if he's managed to sort that issue out. But let's just see. Tronqueira is obviously the famous stage. The trees that are in it, lining the avenue, there's like an avenue of trees, and they there's been a fair few people crashed into them over the years, and that car you can still hear Luis and Jose just getting back into their car. Now I'm just trying to look off on the distance in the road section, because I saw Fiafanov had stopped again, but I think Montero stopped down there trying to fix his wipers as well. So Rachele Someschini with no wipers, and there's another car stopped just down here next to the grey big bucket kind of thing. That I think is Lonzio Montero, who has stopped. Remember, he had no wipers working in there. So that was so. There's two bits of drama. Well, there's been drama for every car, but some incredible stories coming out of the drivers. But Alonso, no wipers. Dmitry Fiafanov, he'd had a spin, which he didn't really want to tell us about, because he said he was more concerned about the loss of power. But it seems the loss of power has been caused by the spin. When he went around, he's hit the back of the car and he's bent the exhaust virtually 90 degrees at the back. So the exhaust now is not basically putting out any gases. So he's only going slowly in that situation. A big gap here, huge gap here. Just waiting for some, trying to see who's coming. Viñes, Pardo, Benito Guerra. I can hear a car. Someschini's got to be in here somewhere as well. No wipers for Rachele. It's quite amazing. 150,000 euros worth of rally car, and there's two of them that we know that are having wiper issues. One Skoda, one Citroen. It is just the demands and the nature as the first of our Suzukis arrives. Well, the first of the factory cars. Dimitri's been through, but it is Pardo. He was leading the ERC2 category after the first stage. So but we're missing Viñes. That's what we're missing. So we're not sure where Viñes is. I'm just double checking and get a quick word. Javier, obviously 2 stages so far this morning. Your teammate is just arriving. I wondered where he was, but how was it for you?
Yeah, very difficult. Joan and Jordi have a little problem in the car, but we try push, but very slow, without mistakes. So it's very difficult. I'm happy now.
Okay, I'll let him get away because his teammate is here, but obviously dropping a couple of minutes, waiting for some times to go on the board. But the 25 cars here, the 26 car, which started the stage in front of him, 2 minutes in front, it's just arrived. He was going through the first stage with the hazard warning lights flashing. It's now raining considerably hard at the end of the stage. That probably will put pay to my tablet, but never mind, I'm not going to worry about that. So let's just get a quick word with Johan Yeah, and obviously some problems. What is happening?
Yes, it's not power in the engine, no? I don't know what it's happened, but we can go to the service and arrange it. Okay.
Okay, so loss of power in the 26 Suzuki. Benito Guerra is already here. Raining quite a lot now at the end of stage number 2 of the rally. And I just love the game of kind of like chess of tyre companies here. You can hear this Suzuki misfiring as our Mexican turns up. And we're going to quick word with him, see what he's got to say. He's done a lot of rallying, so we'll see. Benito, you've done a lot of rallying in your career. What is those 2 stages? How do they register?
Yeah, it's difficult. It's some parts are very sleepy, but I'm enjoying. As soon as you have like a clear vision, if you don't have a lot of fog, it's really fun to drive. But the problem is if you get the fog in the fast section, it's very difficult to keep the pace.
And some words de español?
Sí, estamos bien. La lluvia está divertida, el tramo es complicado. Si la niebla no te toca en la parte rápida, donde tengas que soltar, pues es fácil de agarrar el ritmo en la parte del bosque y esperemos que podamos hacer así todo el rally.
Gracias. Okay, we'll let him get away. We've wet his car inside enough now with the door being open. So we'll let the 17 car, waiting for some times just to go up on the timing board, just so I can give you a little bit of an update. And there's times all over the place, but car 17 Guerra quickest through so far, 19.12.0. 19.12.0. I'm just going to put my that's going, may as well have not come out the car with that but just going to put that underneath there because it's just getting wet. So I'll go back to the old method of the phone. But yeah, I'm going to give you a bit of an update of who is coming through. We're still waiting for Rachele Someschini. Let me just check whilst I can before I lose the use of the phone. Someschini, she will not be coming through. She has stopped after stage 1, so Rachele not coming through at all now because of those wiper issues, which is a big disappointment. And for Rachele, it was like a dream for her to come here and do this rally, and at the minute she's had to stop. The simplest thing in the world, stopping her, well, not stopping her car, but it would have been fine if it wasn't raining, but obviously it is raining quite a lot in the stage. So famous water splash towards the end of this stage as well. The stage in the years gone by, the last few years we've stopped here, gone by, we used to stop down there. And this rally, Azores Rally, has given me 2 unique experiences that I've never had anywhere else on a rally. The first one happened in the qualifying stage many years ago when Ricardo Mora reversed to the stop line. He spun in the final corner, reversed to the stop line. This stage, Tronqueira, down there when it was at the other finish line, Marian Griebel arrived at the final stage end without a co-driver because he'd struggled to get up the hill and the co-driver had pushed him, and he's just gone right over my stone. Where are you going, Ricardo? He'd gone, so Griebel arrived with no co-driver in the car. And the co-driver walked up. 2 things on this rally that have happened that I've never had happen anywhere else at all. Let's see if Ricardo Mora opens the door, because the door handle is very, very dirty. I'm not so keen on opening that door handle, but I will do if I have to. Brilliant, Ricardo's opened it. We'll get a quick word with him. So, Ricardo leading coming into this stage. Tell me about it now.
It's been quite difficult to start, so it's difficult to judge the grip, but sometimes, mostly on the first stage, the grip was not that bad, mostly, but it's difficult to judge. In some places low visibility, some fog, but okay, no dramas. It's been okay with us, no risks, especially on this one. On the other one, faster, but too many guys having problems, so it's a long way, we know how it is, so we need to keep it steady.
And some words in Portuguese, please.
Não, foi início de rally difícil, o grip a alterar de metro a metro, mas as coisas estão-nos a correr bem, conseguimos imprimir um ritmo seguro, mas rápido na primeira classificativa, com algum nevoeiro também, mas Está a acontecer muita coisa e agora esse troço já estava bem mais difícil do que o anterior e, portanto, com calma. Estamos muito no início, estamos aqui para fazer o rally tudo. Não temos preocupações de resultados, portanto vamos nos manter nesse registro.
31 seconds quicker than anybody else who's come through so far. 31 seconds quicker is the stage time of Ricardo Mora. Quite staggering really. And Antonio Costa co-driving for him. They've had a brilliant run. It's actually quite strange when you look at the road when they're driving away. There's tiny little bits of dust coming from the rear tyres as they drive away. The road here, even though it's now raining here, the road right at the end is still not wet as such. It's going from dry to damp, but it's not wet. But incredible stage times from our cars as Luis Rigo arrives at the end of the stage. Just trying to see where our other Portuguese driver was. Rigo, where was he sitting? He was sat in 8th place overall coming in. As we just get the stone chucking it, we'll get a quick word. Lewis, it's incredible conditions, it's very, very demanding. Talk to me about how that stage was.
It was very difficult, some water on the stage, a lot of mud. It's very difficult to push. If you push very hard, you will stay inside of the stage, you will crash. So, because it's very difficult, we came slowly, not take so many risks, because we have to think in our championship here for the Azores. So, yeah, today it's a tough day.
And in Portuguese, please?
As condições estão muito difíceis, bastante escorregadio, alguns sítios bastante a lama, não dá para arriscar muito, sempre que tentamos puxar mais um bocadinho somos surpreendidos. E pronto, chega aqui a uma altura temos que pensar no campeonato de rallies dos Açores, queremos muito vir atrás dos mais rápidos, mas temos aqui um objetivo maior em linha e temos que ser fiéis a esse objetivo e tentar tirar daqui o máximo de pontos possíveis para o campeonato.
Okay, oops, sorry. Okay, right. That's another car coming through. So Somas Keeney's not going to make it to us. I'm being told there's a text message to read, but not sure what the not really sure I can have time to really read a text message whilst I'm on air. 2019.1. 2019.1. Okay, so Pedro Tunis, I was told hadn't even started. I've now got a video of him rolling. So I'm a little bit confused. I told you at the top of the program that Pedro hadn't even started with a gearbox issue, and now getting a video of him rolling. So a little bit confused with Pedro. 19.1 for car 12. 19.1 for Luis Rigo. That time, unbelievable stage time of. Oops, my hand's just going numb. An unbelievable stage time for Ricardo Mora. 18.41.0. 18.41.0 for Ricardo Mora, taking no risks. And basically trying not to have any offs or any small moments, as we're seeing with other people who are in and around the cruise. So that's okay. So just waiting for more information coming through. Who should be next? It is like a lucky dip. It should have been Ruben Rodriguez, but he is not coming through. He's broken a drive shaft. Scandler could be my next car through. He could be my next car. When I say could, as I said, it's a bit like lucky dip. Such a demanding nature, but it's actually virtually, it is still raining a bit. It's nearly stopped raining, but it's never been heavy rain. But obviously in the stage is that really thick mist and fog. And the safety helicopter can't get any further in to the stage. Our helicopter with the camera on has managed to find a pocket of basically clear weather. Not really sure where, but somewhere in this stage they've found a pocket of clear weather, and they're managing to film that, which is quite amazing. But Eric Size obviously now into the stage as we go through our cars. Scandalous, Size, Lorena. I didn't even check where Lorena was after the first stage. Let's just have a quick look. After stage one, where was Lorena? He was 4th overall. Can hear a car coming. Scandaler is in. It all looks okay to me. Wow, misted up windscreen, misted up screen for Scandaler. Fortunately for him, it is mainly on the co-driver's side. But he's got a bit on his side, but mainly on the co-driver's side. Let's get a word with the number 11 Hyundai. But he'll take his crash helmet off, but he's got a little bit of condensation, but the co-driver's got no visibility at all. Umberto, you've been around a long time. Have you had conditions like that before?
It's very, very difficult in the narrow part of the stage. It's very, very slippery. Maybe we are too much hard tires, but okay. With the car, it's okay. We go on. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to get him away. He's not even registered the windscreen, which is good. That's encouraging. But a harder tyre for him, which is going to make it difficult. But he seemed pretty happy. You know, he seemed pretty happy. The time is not bad at all. A 19:16.6, a 19:16.6 is the stage time for Umberto Scandola. So happy with that one. As I just look down the list, Eric Saez, Efren Lorena, they are the next cars coming through our stage. Just keeping updated. So Saez was third, Lorena was fourth as they came into it. There was 14.7 seconds between them. Massive gaps. Unbelievably massive gaps. I can hear a car coming. Oh, I've got a feeling Eric will want a fist bump. That's going to be quite difficult with all my kids. But here he is. Oops, stops at the end of the stage, turns the wheel just so the car doesn't roll us further down the hill. A lot of dirt just stuck in the wheels. A lot of dirt stuck around the car. I was just going to try and get a picture of Eric Saez inside the car, but it's not so easy. And try and get a quick word with him. Eric, you're only young, you've not got a huge amount of experience, but have you ever had anything like that before?
Absolutely not. It was a fully jungle experience because there was a heavy rain in the middle. What to say, the grip was really low, but the Fiesta is good for it. So I really enjoyed the stage. I tried to find the best grip possible. And yeah, let's see what about the other guys' times. But I really enjoyed that stage.
Second quickest at the moment.
Yeah, that's not bad, but let's wait for the fastest guys.
And some words in Česk.
Zdravím vás všechny domů. Jsem rád, že moc sledujete. Dneska je to fakt šílené, ale snažíme se s tím být co nejlíp umíme a budeme to tak dělat i nadále.
Brilliant, thank you very much. As we shut the door on Eric and Jindřiška, 18:58.9, 18:58.9. Yeah, he says, let's wait for the... Oh, the car smells. It's got that smell on it. That mud heating up on the exhaust. It's a smell we get a lot back in the UK on rallying in England, particularly in the winter months. Just smelt it on the Ford Fiesta. Wet mud heating and drying on the exhaust. It is one of the nicest smells in rallying after Castrol R, the two-stroke oil, but we don't have that anymore. But looking at the times, 18:58.9 is the time for Eric Saez, Jindřiška Zarkova. Another text message coming in as a friend Lorena hopefully is turning up. Here he comes. Just I'm only getting a quick glance down the left-hand side of the car, but everything looking okay. Lorena sat in fourth place coming into the stage. Number 3 is up on the board. Let's just see as I check the windscreen. Windscreen is all okay. Only a small bit of misting just towards the bottom. But let's just see what he has got to give us. Maybe some more news coming in. So and hearing that Valdek has had an off in the stage as well. But a friend, it's for us at the end of the stage, the stories are amazing. What's it like in there?
Yeah, for sure it's too much risk here. It's I don't know how to say. It's really difficult to get the pace because sometimes you have rips, sometimes not. Sometimes you have a lot of slippery sections. So okay, I think we are doing a good rally, but for sure Ricardo Moura is flying. So okay, we are still on the fight.
Español.
Bueno, la verdad que dos tramos bastante difíciles. El primero, la verdad que teníamos mucho ritmo, pero
se nos han bloqueado los limpias y hemos perdido bastante tiempo. Y en este, pues bueno, está muy complicado. Hemos intentado coger ritmo sin cometer errores y seguimos en el rally.
Gracias, thank you very much. Obviously the next car coming towards us is not going to be Neil Solens, who was next on the start order. Solens stopping in the first stage, and Igor Waldick has gone off the road 200 metres in to the start of this stage. It looks like the corner where Alexei Lukyanuk crashed 2 years ago in the Citroen when he had the brake issue right at the start. The pictures I am seeing is what I'm believing. It's that very first corner where Alexei Lukyanuk went off. It's quite funny, on our messaging board, Richard Rogers in the press office is asking what's going on with the times. They seem to be all over the place. They are all over the place. It's unbelievable, the spread of times between everybody. Such is the demanding nature of the conditions and the stage out there. Some drivers really enjoying it. Some drivers absolutely hating it. Different tyre choices, the softs, the mediums, the hards. It really is playing everything into it. It's been a tough, demanding first 2 stages of the rally. I mean, we're still waiting to come through. Who is due next? Danny Sordo is due next. Obviously, Danny Sordo is next. Just checking all of these bits of information that are coming through. I better flick up the pictures as well as we watch. Here we go. Who is this onto the screen? But yeah, Danny Sordo here, drafted in by MRF for this rally and the next rally. The Portuguese rounds of the European Championship on those MRF tyres. It's a whole new experience for him. And this rally is, these conditions will be, as in on this rally, Danny Sordo's done plenty of driving on treacherous and tricky conditions, that is for sure. But our leading drivers are all now in the stage. Your Lukyanuks, your Mikkens, your Bernardo Herzig off, remember, in the first stage. And Mikko Marcek, Igor Waldick is off 200 metres into the stage. Here is Danny Sordo, the car looking okay. He's had a few stories to tell in his career. Are any of them going to be as exciting as what he's just done in these first 2 stages? So we'll get a quick word with Danny. He's getting his cap out. He probably needs more than that. He's going to open the door just a little bit more. But Danny Sordo is in. Danny, you're shaking your head. Just tell me about what it's like out there.
It's really slippery. I think we have we don't know the compounds of the tires at the moment a lot, but I think the tire was working okay, but it's a little bit more dampened than we expected. I think we have a better tire for this in service, but we didn't put because we didn't expect a rain like this. Anyway, it's difficult to keep the car in the road, and I have a lot of problems with the rear, and especially when it's fast. I don't have the confidence to put the car in sideways and to keep it. When I put sideways, sometimes I say I don't know if I will go out to the corner or not, you know. So it's not that simple.
Second quickest, only 1.1 behind Mora though.
Yeah, look, Almora is fast, but it's okay. We are trying to understand all the tires. We will go better than better.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, that's a great one. 1.1 seconds slower than Ricardo Mora. So, yeah, granted, Mora's still quicker. And now, the weather's just like a different world as they leave the end of the stage. The cloud has cleared completely. But Sordo, second quickest at the minute. Granted, Mora is still away. Let's just see if those results have flicked up as we wait for the next car to come in. Let's just see if Sordo's result is in there. Lukyanuk has cleared the stage. And Lukyanuk 14.5 seconds faster than anybody else through the stage. So Lukyanuk goes quickest now at the end of it. Whoops, just nearly fell over my stone. Oh, missed the stone, missed the wheel. Just looking, there's a little bit of tiny damage where he's brushed the bank. But Lukyanuk quickest through by 14.5 seconds. Alexei, obviously a disappointment in the first one, but you've brought some of it back now. What a stage you've had.
It's terrible with the forecast, you know. Everybody says it's no rain, light rain, but it's pouring like hell. So, as always. Upset with our puncture on the first one, but here I think we had a clean run.
It was a very clean run, 14.5 seconds faster than anybody else.
Not enough.
But you've got a few stages. The fight back starts now.
Yeah, we will try.
That's it, yeah. Alexei Arnatov's looking at me thinking, oh my word, oh my word. But 18.26.5, 18.26.5. Just a small little rear bumper damage. But Alexei obviously just using a bit more of the road than what is available, just banging the back of that car, tiny little squash on the rear bumper. But Alexei Lukyanuk is through, 14.5 seconds faster than anybody else. Mora was second quickest, Sordo third. Overall standings as we speak, it is Ricardo Mora out front, but Sordo now up to second place, 16.8 seconds away. Then it's Eric Saez, Efren Lorena, Luis Rigo, Scandala Guerra in seventh. We wait for some others to come through. Still to join us at the end of the stage, Johan Bernardo, Mikko Marchek, they're our leading contenders. We won't be getting, I'm just checking what's happening stage-wise, etc. Because obviously, okay, right, I'm just checking what was going on because obviously some dramas in and around. Waldick is off the road very early on. And then we wait to see if the likes of Cartier and Bassas and Fran... 2, 3, 4 more cars after Mikko Marchek. I might well stay on just to hear what dramas and what stories that they've got to tell from these stages. As the helicopter now is the first time we've seen the helicopter which is filming. It's managed to get through to the end of the stage. Fair play, I'm not really sure how it's managed to get through towards the end of the stage, but it has, because it is thick fog. Stage direction, Mikkelsen in. Mikkelsen is in. Here it is. Elliot Edmondson in the co-driver seat last weekend and this weekend. We'll see what Mikkelsen's got to say. See if the time flicks up. Andreas, obviously it's amazing. You've been here before. You know what it can be like. How was it?
It was terrible. The wipers stopped working for 5-6K in the narrow sections. I couldn't see anything. I was crawling in 5 kilometers per hour. It was shit.
Okay. Are they working now or not?
Yeah, they came back, but it was impossible to drive.
Okay, so they're working now. He's dropped 50 seconds. 50 seconds drop for Mikkelsen. He's down to 5th overall at the end of stage number 2. It is like a yo-yo, up and down, up and down. 19.16.5 is the stage time for the number 1 Talksport Skoda of Andreas Mikkelsen and Elliot Edmondson. It is just quite staggering how this is just mixing up and going all over the place. Lukyanuk up to 9th at the minute. Obviously, there is still your Mikko Marchek is still to come through. So is Johan Bernardo. So let's just see what is happening there. But 50 seconds dropped for Andreas Mikkelsen. No wipers for 5 or 6Ks in the middle narrow section of the stage. Right now here it's actually stopped raining, even though my glasses are a bit wet, a bit covered in water. But so I can hear a car coming. This should be Johan Bernardo. What time has Bernardo done? Lukyanuk quickest considerably than anyone else, 14.5 seconds. Sordo's time was impressive. I think considering it's only second stage on those tyres. Bernardo is in. Just a tiny little bit of scuff on the front bumper that tells me that he's maybe just nudged something somewhere in a corner. At a muddy side window for Johan. Little side window open as well, but get some air in. Look at the dirt on him. This has come through the window. He had it open slightly. All this dirt down the side of his... It's coming through because he's had the window open to get the air in to keep the windows from deep misting. Johan, you're a little bit dirty, but how was that stage?
Maybe I have to change my clothes if I want to go to a party on Saturday night, no? Because with this, it will be difficult on the dance floor, no?
It will be difficult. What was that dance floor like out in that stage?
Yeah. Difficult, very slippery some parts, but we are okay. For the first time, I think it's not so bad.
En français, comment c'était le spécial?
Certaines parties étaient très glissantes, mais bon, on va dire que pour une première fois, c'est pas trop mal, quoi.
So you see, the window here is being opened, and Bernardo absolutely covered in mud and dirt from the window being open. And he's obviously had that side window open just to let the air circulate, get it going around so that the window doesn't mist up as much. But I mean, not that it's a big problem having dirty overalls, but it's a 19.082. And 19.082 is the stage time for Johan Bernardo. So, I just love it. I love drama and unpredictability. This is what this sport is all about. There's people are struggling in it, people are excelling in it, and it's really down to confidence. You've got people who are getting the fog, people who are not getting the fog, wipers not working, spins, moments, the wrong tyre compound or not the ideal tyre compound. It is just brilliant. I love it, absolutely love it. As we wait for Mikko Marcek to come, there will be a little bit of a gap because Herzig was off in the first stage, remember. So he was off the road. Apparently, from what I've been told, Norbert Herzig is just off the road. He's basically stuck on the sump guard and he can't get the car back off the road. There's not enough people to get the car fixed and sorted. So get it back onto the road, lift it back on. Disappointment for Herzig, really is, because as I said, he's had two really, really strong rallies. Rally Roma Capitale snatching that podium in the final stage. So huge disappointment for him. The helicopter heading back to Ponta de Laga. I'm not surprised because it doesn't want to get stuck out here in the mist and the rain. We want to get it through, but Marcek in the stage, Simon Gospacek in the co-driver's seat. As we're just watching him go through, he doesn't look to be going massively fast, but that could just be me not watching it properly. He just looks to be a little bit slow, but it could be just tricky conditions. I'm just going to give you some updated times. Bernardo is up to 6 with that stage time. But yeah, yeah, as I said before on our messaging group, there was a message on there saying the times are all over the place. What's going on? That's what's happening. It is quite staggering. It really is. You would think if you look through the spread of it that there was an issue through there with drivers. But yeah, it's potentially not as bad. But the person who had the cleanest run without any dramas was 2 minutes 25 seconds slower than the fastest car. That doesn't normally go through the whole field, but such is the demanding nature. But you know, it's not cold, it's raining, but it's not cold at all. As I can hear a car coming. Hopefully it is Mikko Marcek. Here it is, here he is, arriving at the end of the stage. This could be an interesting interview. Marcek, normally very, very, very descriptive in his assessment of a stage. Well, I'm just going to flick up the results, see if I've got that yet for him. So you see, Mikko, 2 stages done, but what was this one like?
Yeah, it was very tricky. To be honest, we haven't got grip on the rear axle. Maybe this is the characteristic of the stage. Maybe this is about the tires, and we are trying our best, and that was a really big challenge. But I'm happy that we are here and we have some info from the stages. Now Villafranco Saubras and then second loop. I hope in the second loop we can show some improvement.
And in Polski, please.
Jesteśmy na mecie 2 odcinków, które stanowią 25% rajdu. Powiem wam, że to naprawdę bardzo wymagająca historia. 2 odcinki po 18-19 minut to było dla nas wymagające, ale walczymy. Rajd jest bardzo długi i musimy być czujni.
That's it. That is Mikko Marcek through, and yeah, quite staggering. Just going to give you a bit of a rundown of his position and everything. Yes, I had an option of staying on, which I might just take because it'd be great to hear from Bassas and Franceschi. I've basically got to wait 5 or 6 minutes or something like that. So we've got some cars, 4 more cars to come through. But it's not raining, so I'm quite happy to stand outside now. But it's Riccardo Mora who is out front so far. Danny Sordo up to second place. It's 16.8 seconds between Mora in first and Sordo in second. Sordo actually dotting his cap to Riccardo Mora, saying Mora's going really well. Next up, Eric Saiz in Jiska Zarkova. Efren Lorena, Sarah Fernandez at 4th. Mikkelsen's dropped down to 5th. Remember, Mikkelsen having that issue in the stage with the wipers not working for about 5 or 6 kilometres. So Mikkelsen just having those little dramas, those little problems, which is Somaskini had it also in her Citroen, and she has withdrawn from the day, which is a huge disappointment for her. Alonso Montero, he had a wiper issue as well. 5th place, that is Mikkelsen. 6th, Bernardo, he has made it up the order a little bit. Marcek has just dropped down into 7th place. Marcek going 8th fastest to the stage, dropping down to 7th place. Luis Rigo maintains 8th. Scandaler is in 9th. Then it's Benito Guerra, who is in 10th. Lukenuk now up to 11th place overall. Lukenuk winning the stage and going pretty well through there. The fight back really does start with Alexei Lukenuk and Alexei Arnatov now. So we'll see. But very, very different and changeable conditions. I'm just going to give you a rundown from stage number 1. Oh no, I can give you it from stage number 2 in ERC. No, I give it from stage number 1 because Victor Cartier still not gone through. Victor Cartier was 3rd fastest in ERC2, after stage 1. We wait for Cartier to come through now. After stage 1 in ERC2, it was Pep Bassas followed by JB Franceschi, and that was 26.5 seconds. So big gains and big losses, but with these conditions here, it can just change around so rapidly. But the gap we've got here now as we wait for our final 4 cars is Igor Voldic. He is off the road 200 metres in to the stage, having gone off, which I believe was on the same corner as Alexei Lukenuk a couple of years ago when he had a brake issue in his Citroen, and it caused him some drama there. But some pictures and some replays just coming through just whilst we wait at the end of the stage for our final 4 cars. It'd be great just to catch up with them if they're coming. Hopefully send me a message if they're not coming, because I can't track them on the phone as well as anything else. But we'll just get a bit of a recap with the likes of Lukenuk. A brilliant stage time, as we said, and that fight back starts. What is the gap now? Let me just give you that, because I didn't give you that before. As Lukenuk's gap is 133.6. 133.6. He is away from the next car. As we wait for Adrian, Victor, Pep and JB, not sure exactly where they are. I did expect them to come through, but some replays and slow motions of our drivers who have completed right now. Very, very, very demanding conditions, but Lukenuk really working them hard. As I said, just a tiny, tiny little mark on the left rear bumper of Lukenuk's car, just where he's obviously just clipped the bank and just nudged everything out. But just basically waiting for some news on. Basically, I think everybody is in the stage. You've got to remember how demanding it is. The next 2 cars are 4-wheel drive, but after that they're 2-wheel drive. But maybe this is just a note coming in. Okay, so Adrian has stopped in the stage as well. So dear me. So plenty of drama. So that gives us an even bigger gap to 2. But I valiantly, me and my cameraman Chris have valiantly tried to wait on for all of the crews to come through. But I think I've run out of words, which is quite rare for me. But it's been an incredible stage. We've had 2 stages already. As I said, Ricardo Mora is out from Danny Sordo, Dennis Eric Seis, a friend Lorena, and Andreas Mikkelsen. Lots of drama, lots of stories. The sun is out. It's never really been far away. It is still warm, and I would say this road is now drying. But what will happen in the next 2 or 3 hours? They're on their way to stage number 3 now, and then they come back through Guimarães and Tronqueira again this afternoon, which is what we are live on Facebook when it's stage number 5. Join us then for stage number 5 on Facebook.